hated my body for over 30 years. And here are 3 things I did to change that. And I've helped thousands of women worldwide to achieve the same brazen confidence. To hit the bell and subscribe to be notified every week when I post a new video if you are interested in learning how to have lifelong peace with your body and food and the brazen confidence you deserve. I struggled with my body image and my relationship to food from younger than 11 years old up until I was 30, and I tried everything from every diet under the sun, becoming even a fitness professional to have the ideal body type. I went to the lengths of getting plastic surgery because I didn't like a part of my body. That didn't work. I tried therapy, I tried nutritionists, I tried any type of therapy you can name, personal development. I went to Tony Robbins conventions, Gabby Bernstein, like you name it, I did it, and none of that worked. And that's why I'm here to share with you today what actually did. What have you tried so far to have a healthier relationship with your body image? How many diets have you done? How much money have you spent trying to fix this problem? And what do you think has been missing? Here are the 3 things that made the biggest difference for me in my life and for my clients. Number 1, you have to stop thinking that changing your body is going to lead to the internal changes that you want. Because when our brain has been habitually conditioned to feel negatively about our body image, no external shifts are going to actually make you more confident because it's an internal problem. And I know for a lot of people that's very hard to accept, but if you can actually do the work to heal and reprogramming those limiting beliefs that you have that are keeping you stuck and holding your life hostage, that is going to be the biggest impact on your self-esteem, your confidence in your body. I promise you that if you keep chasing this story that if I lose weight, I'll finally find the partner of my dreams, I'll finally make more money, you're gonna lose the weight and you're still gonna feel miserable and you're still gonna find something else to pick apart on your body. Our subconscious beliefs dictate our actions and behavior. So until you subconsciously believe you are worthy enough, until you have that love and respect for yourself, you're not going to see that translate into different parts of your life. We are all conditioned to think very negatively about our body image through our society, the ever-evolving, relentless beauty standards, diet culture. Everything is out there to make you feel miserable so that you buy into those products and false hopes that you're going to feel more confident. Everything is a ploy to try and make you feel miserable so that you buy those things, and it never works. And that's part of the problem. So we can't actually change the conditioning that we have and that we acquire, but we can change our resilience to it. So really, as I said before, working on those beliefs, all of that negative conditioning you have, developing resilience to it, developing healthier beliefs about yourself is an absolute essential ingredient to do that. And most people think, well, no, the hate really motivates me. If I keep feeling negatively about my body, that's what's going to get me to the gym. Well, in actual fact, true compassion for yourself, love and self-respect are necessary ingredients to actually move forward positively and have sustainable action. Many people fool themselves into thinking the more they hate themselves and the more ashamed they are of their body, the more energy they're going to have to go to the gym. But the true facts are that low vibration energy really shuts down your nervous system and actually dysregulates it, which basically means that you lose so much capacity for action and forward momentum and creative problem solving. So all of these things are so key into actually healing your relationship with your body image. I use very specific tools with my clients to do this because it is not something that you can simply just blink and fix on your own, especially when we're working with the subconscious. So if you want to learn more about that, you're welcome to book a complimentary call with me. Will spend an average of 15 years of their lives dieting. They will go on over 130 diets in their lifetime, and they will go on 2 different diets every year with an average lasting 31 days. Now, I think we know by now, and probably from your own experience, that dieting isn't sustainable. It's not something we can keep up. And frankly, it doesn't lead to these magic results that you want. It creates this restrict, binge, restrict, binge, restrict, extreme, this all or nothing mentality with our body image and with our relationship to food. And it just funds all of these corporations and companies that are set out to make you feel miserable about yourself. What I want you to hear is that you can absolutely have a healthy relationship with your body image. You can actually absolutely achieve goals with your body and your weight without having to be on a diet. So those are the facts. When I stopped dieting and I focused on having a healthy relationship with my body, which actually involved eating a lot more food, my body actually did completely transform. And this went against everything that I learned, because I always thought less is more. The less I eat, the more my body is going to slim down and look the way I want. And actually the inverse started happening. The more I restricted calories, the more my body became more inflamed, the more dysregulated my hormones became, the more weight resistance I developed, and the story went on. When I learned how to nourish my body properly, to feed it the macronutrients it needs to survive, I could go to the gym and actually see results and watch my body actually tone up, because I was feeding it what it needed to actually get those jobs done. So that in itself can be really challenging for a lot of people. Many women are telling me crazy stories of how little they eat every single day. And I've worked really hard to get my body back to a place where I have a healthy relationship with food. And I know that you can too. You don't have to do this anymore. And it's the most freeing thing to be able to go and enjoy living your life without having to worry how many calories are on the plate that you're eating. I went on my honeymoon last year, and I never thought it would be possible for me to go travel the world, experience food in other cultures, eat croissants in Paris, and do these things with total presence and no worries as to whether or not what I was eating was going to end up making me gain weight. I just didn't care. And that's the kind of life that I've always wanted to lead. So until you break free of diet culture, you're going to constantly feel haunted by this food anxiety and this obsession that you're never going to kick. And it's going to continue to squeeze your life from you. Those are just the facts. One of the biggest game changers for me in terms of my relationship with food was not only healing all those fears and beliefs that I have. If I eat this, I'm going to gain weight. If I eat more food, I'm going to gain weight. If I do this, bad things are going to happen to me. I had to work on all that internal dialogue, which is part of step 1 that I told you about. And the second thing is I learned that if you're someone who exercises and you go to the gym and you lift weights and you have goals of building strength in your body, if you're not eating enough protein, you're not going to achieve those goals. So the principal macronutrient that I focused on that I was severely deficient in was protein. And research has shown that if we eat 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight, that is a very important metric in developing skeletal muscle mass, which is a predictor of long-term health and longevity. It also helps to increase our metabolism. It also helps to increase satiety and fullness and just so many other things. So if you want to learn more about that, there's a wonderful podcast from Mel Robbins. She interviews a doctor on this who has a whole book about it, and it is fabulous. I'll link it in the notes below. Number 3, I prioritized really healing and nurturing my nervous system. So your nervous system is a very important part of your health. It's something that most of us neglect. And in today's society, we have so much chronic stress and inflammation from everyday life. And if you are someone who chronically struggles with your body image and are obsessed with losing weight and diet, you're doing a lot of things to dysregulate your nervous system. I didn't realize the full impact of this until I really hit a rock bottom. Your nervous system controls all things from your hormones to your health, your metabolism, your weight, your sex hormones, the way you breathe, your heart rate variability, just digestion, so many different things, your mood. And so when we struggle with things like our body image and we undereat or we overexercise or we're chronically stressed, we really deeply affect the nervous system. And so if you dysregulate your nervous system from all this chronic stress, you can expect that all your bodily functions, we're not gonna say all because that's pretty global, you can expect that a lot of those internal functions that your nervous system is responsible for are also going to be dysregulated. So it's so important to nurture your nervous system, because so many people think, well, if I just cut calories and I exercise more, I'm all of a sudden going to see the results I want. I'm going to be healthy and happy. And then they do those things and wonder why. Why do I still feel miserable? Why do I have, a lot of weight and inflammation? Why is my metabolism so slow? Why do I have leaky gut syndrome? Well, it's because your nervous system is responsible for all those things. And if you are not taking care of your nervous system, you're not going to actually see any shifts in those areas. And you can diet all you want. It's not going to change the problem that's going on at a root level. So really focusing on nurturing your nervous system means that you are actively taking care of it every day, doing exercises to support bringing it out of that chronic stress response. You're working with a practitioner to clear emotional pain that you have going on. You are healing those limiting beliefs that I talked about at the beginning of the video that cause you a lot of stress and keep you dysregulated in your nervous system. It's really important to prioritize this, because if we don't, we're not going to get anywhere. And doing this has made the biggest impact on my quality of life. It's had huge impacts in my relationship with my health, my body image, my mood, all of these different things. I've had chronic anxiety my whole life, and regulating my nervous system was a huge part of my healing. And it's a core concept in the work that I do with all of my clients. One of these points was the most helpful for you today. I'd love for you to share it in the comments. Definitely want to hear about that. And remember that if you are really struggling, you want to break free of these lifelong struggles with your body image and food and step into the true confidence and peace you deserve, you can book a complimentary call with me to learn exactly how I can support you to do that, just like I have thousands of women worldwide. And I will see you again in the next video. Definitely recommend that you check this one out next if you are still on this path of stepping into the confidence you deserve. I'll see you again next week.